Hello and welcome to a very bloody episode of Intravenous. Special thanks to the developer and to Indie Did Fail for a key to this demo. Intravenous is being marketed as a love letter to the early Splinter Cell games, and from the looks of it, it certainly seems like that, but it's mixed in with a few elements of Splinter Cell conviction. I'll demonstrate why as we go along, so let's get started with the difficulty. Instead of doing this on normal difficulty, like my first off-camera playthroughs were, we'll go with true because it's the original vision of the developer. It seems like it's got a few extra things that are very interesting, and we're gonna have to see how it works out. And of course, if there's one thing that this channel needs, it's more masochism. Let's do this! Alright, we're here in the hideout, and I'll just give you a brief rundown of the story. You are Steve, you lost your brother, and there's going to be hell to pay. I know that that doesn't sound like much, but it is a demo, so what can you do? Let's get started with our weapons loadout. As you can see here, there are quite a few options, but there is a bit of a problem because you'll have to pay attention to noise factor and mobility. The more stuff you carry and the heavier your body armor is, the more noise you'll make. That's something to keep in mind. Let's go with an MP5N, and instead of this B&T VP9, we'll go with an MK23 support. The gadgets here are kind of inspired by the early Splinter Cell games, so we're going to have a little bit of fun and go with a taser, an EMP gun, which is used to knock out lights temporarily, and we'll go with a motion mind. As you can see down here, we only have the minimal amount of body armor equipped, so we'll go up to level 2. A ceramic plate should be a good balance. Let's begin. We're gonna have to go through this obstacle course on the side of the map, and it'll show you some of the basic gameplay mechanics like turning off lights, and we'll lower our movement speed. And by the way, it's important to pay attention because it is possible to shoot out lights if you right click and aim at the light fixture. Let's vault over these two walls and move in over here. Let's get into this vent shaft. This does play kind of like one of the Splinter Cell titles, because you also get night vision. By the way, Steve can't shoot when he's crawling, so it's important to keep that in mind. Maybe that'll be fixed in the future update. We'll run this way and head on out. That was a very simple introduction, so we'll start with the debrief. We're looking for somebody named Baker. Who is he? Steve wonders. He's a local drug kingpin. The shopkeeper gave us the name, but not much else. Our accomplice has no idea where he is. It doesn't help that Steve has been killing everyone who gave us clues. That's one of the downsides of revenge. Yeah, we're at a dead end. The shopkeeper says that the goons will be on Steve's ass day and night, but that gives him an idea. Yeah, use him as bait, lure our friends in, and ask them where to look for our local condiment vendor. Exactly. Yeah, just don't do it here. We can't risk the operation. Of course not. I suppose we just have to head out the door. Here's where the real challenge begins. You think you'll manage? Yeah, if anything, they're more at a disadvantage than I am. You managed to get the lights off? Nope, power's fed to this place even though it's abandoned, so we should flip the switches on any breaker boxes that we might find, and don't try to fight them in broad daylight or moonlight. We need to get ready. So if this is any indication, this is a terrorist hunt level like Rainbow Six or the later Splinter Cell titles. So we're gonna have to make sure that we don't get caught that easily. We'll stick with our main loadout and use it to our advantage. Let's begin. Activating night vision. Let's head over here. And we can jump in this building. Ooh. And we'll switch to 3-round burst just because we're going loud. We'll switch to a pistol and aim for the door. Yeah, see how they're all rushing through the door? That's one of the limitations of this demo. But it's still pretty fun, even if you die a lot. Okay, let's try to be a little bit more stealthy this time, if we ignore that door bash, of course. Let's take out our MK23 and shut this breaker box down. It'll be easier if there are motion mines on either side. Oof. Set up motion mines here. And down here. We'll double tap everyone who comes through the door. We're taking a little bit of damage, but it should be okay. Oop. Yeah, we're pretty surrounded here, so we're gonna have to go loud. We'll put the gun on 3-round burst, and we'll save the game because we can put that to use. By the way, this adds a little bit to the challenge because you can only use 3 saves on true difficulty per level, so that's interesting. One more down. Yeah, we're up to 11 down, so it's important to keep that in mind. Okay, now do you see how they're taking up defensive positions around the building instead of rushing in? This makes stealth options possible. If you don't make them panic in any way, they'll be too fast. Anyway, there's 3 left, so we'll save the game once more. And try to take the rest down quietly. It seems like it's just that particular goon. And I'm glad that that mine didn't blow up in my face. Another one down. Okay, we'll follow this guy. Take him down. And there's one more in the bottom left corner of the map, so we'll try to find him. Oop. Looks like he found us. And killed us. That's not good. We should be able to do the job without too much trouble. If we don't die to that mine that we set up first. Let's get out here, inch up to this motion sensor mine so that we don't wind up killing ourselves. And we'll take down this one first. One down. We'll go for 2 over here. Oop. Oh, come on! Alright, we'll head down here. Eliminate the threat down this way. Slow down a little bit. Aim for this one. Oop. We'll take the motion mine. That's 1. There is an enemy over this way, so we're going to have to make sure that we don't run into him accidentally. This is a little bit harder than it looks if you're not careful. That's 2. The last one is right here, so we'll try to rush this corner. And we failed. That one goon that gave us grief is up here, so we'll rush this door. We'll never give up. One of the things that we can do to make things easier is shoot out this light. He was further away, so the others shouldn't have heard that. Go for 2. And of course, there is a third goon down this way. You already knew that, though. And that should do it. The folks weren't too willing to have a chat, but Steve has got something for his accomplice, a phone. It's locked, but he's sure that it can be cracked. Alright, get it back here, and I'll do the rest. This game is a lot of fun, but it's a little bit difficult to accept it as a love letter to the early Splinter Cell titles, because the stealth options are kind of impractical. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Intravenous. I hope you enjoyed it. You stay vengeful, and I'll see you next time.